Multiplication is not just about memorizing tables. It's about understanding place value, patterns, and logic. But many students make the same sneaky mistake that drag down their scores. Let's tackle the top offenders and how to stop them in their tracks. The first multiplication mistake that we'll be considering in this video is forgetting place value in long multiplication. For example, you have 23 times 40. Some students might just say 23 times 4, and this will give 12 remainder 1, and this will give 92. And then the students will just say 92. Well, fine, you can use this method to multiply if you have 0 at the end. But if you use this method to multiply, make sure if you keep the 0 while multiplying, make sure once you are done multiplying, make sure you add the 0 at the back. To avoid confusion, just say 23 times 40, 23 times 40, and solve like this: 0 times 3, 0, 0 times 2, 0, then 4 times 3, 12, keep the 1, 4 times 2, 8 plus 1, 9, so that you can have 0, 2, 9 as the answer. 920 as the answer. So if you are using the keep your 0 method, once you keep your 0, once you are done multiplying, make sure the 0 you kept, make sure you add it at the end. The second multiplication mistake is skipping the 0 in the second line of long multiplication. For example, if you have to multiply 23 times 45, some students make this mistake. 5 times 3 is 15, the right 5, keep 1, 5 times 2 is 10, 10 plus 1, 11. This is correct. Then when it gets to the second line and you say 4 times 3, that's 12. Some students make a mistake of skipping the 0 that is supposed to be here, and then they will say 4 times 3 is 12 and write 2 here, keep 1. 4 times 2 is 8, 8 plus 1 is 9, and then add like this. And this is wrong. This is totally wrong. When you are solving multiplication using the long multiplication method, do not skip the 0 here. This is supposed to be solved like this: 5, 1, 1, then 4 times 3 is 12. You place the 2 under the number you are using to multiply. You place it under the number you are using to multiply. The 2 will be here. The 2 will be here. Then you have 1 left. 4 times 2 is 8. Then the 9 will be here. So that you have 5, 3, 0, 1. This is the correct way. So when you are multiplying using the long division method, do not skip the 0 that is supposed to be here in the second line. And if you are multiplying 3 digits, when you get to the third one, the first answer must be placed under the digits that you are using to multiply. The third multiplication mistake that students make is multiplying instead of adding when it gets to the second stage. For example, when you have 36 times 24, you have 4 times 6 is 24, we have 2 left. 4 times 3 is 12, this will be 14. 2 times 6 is 12, this will be 2. 3 times 2 is 6, this will be 7. And when students are supposed to add here, they still keep on multiplying. So when you get to the second stage, you don't multiply again. You have multiplied before. After multiplying, the next thing will be to add, so that you have 4, 6, 8. That will be 864. So you don't multiply at the second stage. Instead, you add. Avoid this mistake. Do you need personalized help? Click the link in the description to message me directly. The fourth mistake that students make is not multiplying all the digits. For example, students make this mistake of when multiplying 4 times 2 is 8, 4 times 3 is 12, 2 remainder 1, then they just write 12, and then that is 128. This is wrong. When you are multiplying, you must multiply each digit such that you have 132 times 4 would give 8, 2 remainder 1, then 4 times 1 is 4, plus 1 is 5. You must multiply each digit with the number you are using. You must use it to multiply each digit. Avoid this mistake. The fifth multiplication mistake that students make is misreading the questions in word problems. This is an example. A pack of pencils has 12 pencils. If you buy 5 packs, how many pencils do you have? Students add when they see something like this and they just say 12 plus 5 equals 17 pencils. This is wrong. This is wrong because if one pack has 12 pencils, then 5 packs will have 12 times 5. You are expected to multiply and this will give 60 pencils. So when you see a word problem like this, make sure you read, understand before you solve. Don't just jump and assume that it is addition. Students always use addition in place of multiplication when it comes to word problem. So when you see a phrase that says each or per, that means it is time for you to multiply. So always go back and estimate. Does your answer make sense? Multiplication mistakes are usually big. That's it for today. If you learned something new, don't keep it to yourself. Like, share, and drop your answers or thoughts in the comments. Remember, math gets easier the more you see it and say it. See you in the next video.